Existence need a big defense to start off and the 3-star, kind of how Queen Walkers started out the last war. But I'm sure Queen Walkers will have seen alternate attacks had the lead in the first semi-finals, continued and got it done, and they will be looking to replicate that. But before they get looking at the final, Woody, they have to concentrate on this match first.
It's always one attack at a time, and for Metuo, this could be the last battle of his World Championship career. He does not want it to end here, and for Existence to advance, he has got to start things off with a big exclamation point. Yeti and an Archer Queen for a little bit of funneling out on the outer edge, and might even be able to grab that Eagle Artillery as well, but it is well protected by all 4 heroes backing it up, Judo.
He is going for a strong push, wanting to get the Eagle to scatter, and the heroes, as you mentioned. Existence are the experts with Queen Charge Lalo, going with what they know for this semi-final matchup. Winner of this best of 2 progresses to the final. Loser goes home. It is now or never for Existence, Woody.
Perfect prediction skills by Metuo brought the double poison, and it was necessary to face off against super minions. He knocks apart every CC troop and finishes off the heroes without any difficulty at all. Archer Tower is locked onto the healers, and they're starting to take a little bit of damage, but Metuo looks strong in the first minute of this raid.
He did have to use the freeze spell, and the Queen's ability was forced, but I'm pretty sure he would have expected that. Charging into such a dangerous area, he has mitigated the entire left-hand side of the base. Only one multi-target Inferno remains in the center, alongside the Town Hall. That could be a big difference maker for the Lava Loon, and Existence are giving it everything, Woody, starting the Lava Loon from the opposite side to the Town Hall. All of the risks. Let's see if it pays off.
The Archer Queen pulling shots from all around the map has given an opening for Loons to crack through and finish off the last remaining defenses on the left half. Metuo has done it. He sends in the Lava Hounds and is ready to wipe this plate clean. Town Hall is the last big target to finish off, and it is gonna go down quickly. Balloons are stacked up though. Eternal Tome to protect through the last multi-target Inferno. He's gotta get there quick, and he doesn't have any haste build to do it.
He is battling against a sweeper. I don't think I've seen the tornado trap go off yet. Big risks here, and it doesn't look like it's going to pay off. There is the tornado trap. Metuo in danger of a 1-star. Normally you see the battle blimp used to come across the base for the Town Hall. He went with the Stone Slammer. It doesn't pay off, and this is huge for the Queen Walkers.
It all seemed to be coming together, but in the last moments, Inferno beams all around those poor balloons, and oh, the humanity! They come crashing down, and the last defenses are the most important, Judo! He can't get to the Town Hall, and that is possibly the end of Existence's run in this World Finals. A 1-star is nowhere near enough to keep them alive.
Imagine if the Queen Walkers get a 3-star here. Queen Walkers are basically in the position where they are level on stars with an attack to spare. That couldn't have been any worse of a start for Existence. They can still turn this around, and you have to give them credit for giving it everything. Such a risky move, and it didn't pay off.
Fortune favors the bold, but it can also end your run at glory. Existence with a 1-star is the big news of this semis matchup. The first big drop in offense that we have seen. Queen Walkers don't have an easy victory, though. They will have to continue on with the same level of performance that we've seen in the past. Gaku will be the one to start things off for this squad now. Baby Dragon finds some easy outer structures for a nice funnel to set for this queen. She should be able to go in for that Town Hall without too much trouble right after this.
I would think so. Now, Gaku needs to just remain calm here. He can't get too far ahead of himself and get too excited. He needs to keep things together, and it looks like he is doing just that with a beautiful funnel set to the left and right hand side of the queen. He used this exact attack strategy in the first war against Existence today and did get the 3-stars, Woody.
Poison spell is down to knock apart these pups, and Gaku will still be going in deep. He's got the balloon out in front of these healers trying to soak for a Seeking Air Mine. Coconut is still flying high, though, hasn't caught anything yet. And on both sides, the air defenses will finish it off. Archer Queen kind of veering off to the right side now. Might not be going for that Town Hall after all. She finds the clan castle, and this is a lot of time that Gaku has spent.
I think he can adapt here. I think he can adapt by sending the queen into the scatter shots and just sending the hybrid into the town hall. So yes, expect the king and siege barracks across to the 9 o'clock area. There they are. Hybrid comes in initially with the miners to activate the town hall. Make sure that the hog riders get there at the same time with the miners. There is the Grand Warden's ability. Town hall will fall. He is not risking a 1-star attack.
Certainly won't. He has learned from his foes and will bring to blows the next stage of this hit. 115 remains, and there's a lot left on his plate to gobble through, but man, he has got hero abilities, a couple more spells, and even additional troops left to crack through. A couple of wall breakers ready to move on in if he has any difficulty getting through these layers, but the hogs are hopping over the walls and seem to be on a path for victory. I think Gaku's done it. Don't call it too early, Juno.
I think he's done it, Woody. I think he has done this. What incredible play by Gaku. Maybe he had two plans here, sending the queen around the top because it worked so well, crushes the base with so much might and puts the Queen Walkers one step further to the grand final. They are 3 stars in the lead, Banks.
Wow, still having almost, a huge chunk of his troops right till the bitter end there. Gaku with the first triple on the board of the second semi-final best of 2 against Existence. Existence off to a pretty painful start with a 92% 1-star. Woody, something spectacular is going to have to happen for Existence to claw their way back in this one.
Thanks. The Klingons say that 4,000 throats may be cut in one night by a running man, and Gaku last match was a running riot. The triples he has put up on the board have all but ended Existence's hopes at advancement to the grand finals. Michael DP is despondent, but won't go down without his last say. Lightning strike right onto that Eagle artillery is going to be a massive blow for these defenses, but the spell expenditure has been huge. Can he justify it by following it up with 11 Mass Drag Strike? How is this funnel going to shape up, Judo?
It's looking very good at the moment, Woody. With the Eagle down, the Royal Champion takes down the defenses in the bottom area, and that allows just the Baby Dragon and Sneaky Goblin to take out that area, setting up pathing for the dragons to, I would assume, fly into the Town Hall, despite flying in towards the Sweepers. That has to be the play. It looks like it most certainly is. Michael has got 3 stars throughout this tournament. You can see on your screen, 3 stars throughout the tournament, so he needs to hold that together and continue it today.
You've got no time to worry about the performance of your teammates when you've got so much running on the line, but Michael's running into a bit of trouble right now as the Barbarian King pulls a couple of headhunters out of the clan castle and is going to distract as his forces moving in to the center of the base. Are now going to have a few more things to have to worry about. Single Target Inferno burns up that Stone Slammer and it is gone for the count. This poor Grand Warden can't keep track of all the dragons flying around and is instead trying to help out these balloons getting walloped by double Stone Slammers splash damage. A lot of them have gone down as Seeking Air Mines are exploding all over the dragons, Judo.
Beautiful freeze spells onto the Sweeper, the Queen, and the Expo, trying to help the dragons through. They do manage to get through this right-hand side, but with them splitting, the Grand Warden, like you mentioned, is just stuck with one pack, and they are taking a huge amount of damage. That air defense is slamming into the dragons. I'm not sure they can get through it. Here they come. If they get the air defense, they might just be within a shot, but the multi also stands.
Multi-target Inferno burns up all the balloons, and there's only one dragon left to try to deal with this last line of defense, and Archer Tower and Tesla are going to be able to zap at the air as well. I am quivering with anticipation! That multi has to go down! The Barbarians can't stand the fire and the flames heating all around them! Michael DP's forces have been rebuffed, and Stars will hold on to the third.
As if to rub salt in the wounds, the dragon went for the Dark Elixir storage rather than the multi-target Inferno. We talk about base building and the amount of work that the teams put into that. The multi-target Inferno being one tile deeper than the Dark Elixir storage meant that that was calculated, and the Queen Walkers off to the most impressive start for the second war.
Michael DP was the MVP of this squad, but a sharp knife is nothing without a sharp eye, as the Klingons like to say, and unfortunately his 3-star streak is down. Stadra, looking to push him down even further, will be attacking his base next. The Queen Walkers are going to come on in with Mass Witch for the first time in this matchup. They're 1 star ahead right now, and with an additional attack in their chambers, they are far and ahead the favorites to take it all early on in this second of the best of 2 set.
They certainly are. Stadra has shown his skills with the Super Witches, but this is the first time we get to see him using the regular Witches. Queen Walkers getting to that position that we've seen alternate attacks in, where they could afford a bit of a slip-up, but they will be wanting to assure that if they get to the finals, alternate attacks are maybe a little bit worried about facing them, Woody.
Low and steady with the drops on the outside. He is now going at a lightning fast pace, sending in the balloons, trying to soak any shots that he can, seeking air mines popping out and taking them down. But those widgets are looking happy and healthy, going almost all into the interior. Brought 1 jump spell, and that's just perfect because there's not very many walls to have to crack through. The Town Hall is now engaged, and with the Eternal Tome, he's going to protect all of them from the Gigabomb going on off. The CC troops have come on out, though, and those pups are causing a little bit of problem on the front end. Those lines of the attack are really starting to break up as Witches cruising around to the outer edge to support the P.E.K.K.A. are going to try to insulate from this single target Inferno, burning through a huge pile of bones, Judo.
They are taking a lot of damage. The healers fortunately switched to the Witches and get them back up to full health. That was so crucial in this attack. The skeletons taking so much damage left the Witches vulnerable, but they managed to push through. We need the scatter shot to the left. Royal Champion is in. If she can get that and move on up to the Eagle Artillery, I think it could be another 3-star for the Queen Walkers, Woody, and this would guarantee it.
A switch in time saves 9, and Sadra has learned his lesson. He's moving in fast, and with jump spells over the last remaining walls, the final minute of this match is going his way. Royal Champion ready to toss that shield at the last few defenses, and there is nothing to stop him. A Bone Storm again, dominating on this map. Michael DP has been demolished.
Such an incredible performance, and look at the freeze spell as well. I love that by the Queen Walkers, not swagging anything, not leaving anything to chance, giving it everything they have, and they are in a commanding spot now, Banks.
Queen Walkers sit ahead of Existence by 4 stars with 3 attacks left to go in their second best of 2 matchup. This is absolutely incredible to watch. With a 94.8% destruction average, Queen Walkers are running away with this war. It's just unbelievable to see right now, Woody.
This is shaping up just like the last war. Whenever you play a best of 2, you are going the distance, and when you fall behind early on, you know you have to make desperate plays. If Existence were in a regular match right now, this might be a lot closer. If they were just trying to push in for reliable 2-star hits and maybe grab a few more percentage here and there, they might even be just a star or 2 behind. But knowing that they have to make the desperation plays, the long shots, the Hail Marys to get a 3-star in, sometimes those long shots don't connect, even when you get 90+%. If it's just a 1-star, that is going to leave you long and dry in the end, Judo.
They have to continue taking risks like that as well, Woody, because if they have any chance of getting this back, they need to put everything into the attacks. Go for the 3 stars. They cannot leave things with any chance for the Queen Walkers to just finish it off. Al-Mualim is a man with bags of experience, part of the Team Queso roster last year who took 3rd, and he is charging into the base already with the Dragons.
Sneaky catch of the Tesla farm in the bottom right is pretty good news for Alwalin, as those Teslas won't be able to cause much damage with so much support from the dragons and the balloons right out in front to soak any air mines he catches. A great placement on this Grand Warden is going to get these dragons all the way in for the first star to be cleared out fast, but he needs to get this rage spell in here fast. A big old air sweeper is pushing them back as fast as it can, trying to slow things down, but they will not be stopped. Fire spreads pretty fast in the forest, and these timber wolves are ready to bounce.
An early Grand Warden's ability helps to protect the dragons, but keep an eye on the center of the base. Multiple black bombs going off. Whenever you see big gaps in the base, particularly with these storages, you know there are traps. He has managed to push through that, but do the dragons have enough health to get through the back end? They are going down fast now, Woody. I don't think it's going to happen. He's going to need to rely on the Queen.
Archer Queen, the last offensive capability Almolin's got. But hold on, don't count out the Stone Slammer. It's going to pop and send in a lot of additional troops to help out. It hasn't gone down yet, and finishing off the scatter shot, it's going to get even closer to the next target. It pops, and here comes a dragon with some additional balloons. The cavalry has arrived! Alwalin with his last stab is going to get it down. Plenty of time for cleanup, and he has done the unthinkable with a 3-star clap back for the Existence team.
Charging into the trapped area with the dragons is exactly what the Queen Walkers wanted Existence to do. But Alwalin needed to take the risk. He sends everything in, gets the 3 stars. Is it a glimmer of hope for Existence? I don't think so. I feel it might just be a little bit too late, Woody, but time will tell. Anything can still happen.
19 stars for the Queen Walkers and 18 on the side of Existence. For the Queen Walkers now, this might be the sort of race that they're now feeling confident that they've won and are now looking forward to what's going to happen in the war against alternate attacks. A squad that picked up a huge lead over Vatang in their first match and pushed it even further. Can they do it again? Queen Walkers want to not just beat out Existence, but do so in a more dominating fashion than what they think will be their next opponents.
Absolutely. I know they will be going for 3 stars, but if you look at the board at the moment, Existence have 2 attacks. If they 3-starred both of their attacks, they would move to 24 stars. With Queen Walkers having 3 attacks, even if they 2-star from this point out, they move to 25 and will be in the final. So they have to play it safe, but I think they'll be going for the 3 stars as well, though.
Speaking of stars, he's on the field. Queen Walkers lead charger with 2 Lava Hounds and 31 loons to drop it in deep. He's brought a wall record likely to pierce deep for these heroes as well, and an Ice Golem to back up the push as well. Not going to go deep with these heroes, but they should still get a lot of work in. Expecting to see it up on the top side as he's already dropped a couple spells and is looking to go for that clan castle.
Rotating the lightning spells around the clan castle, always a good play to try and get extra damage, using the earthquake just out of range so as not to activate the town hall as well. Beautiful stuff. You don't want to take unnecessary damage moving into the town hall with your push, as you see the wall wrecker doing so now.
It's taking a few hits from this Tesla and doesn't make it all the way to the town hall. Gotta keep an eye on what pops out. It's sneaky goblins. They're going for the outside, running around to the resources. They haven't made it to the town hall, and Stars is gonna be left in a lurch without the town hall kill. He's gonna have to shift to plan B now, Judo.
He has to do something. We've seen in other attacks using the Stone Slammer to the Town Hall. He doesn't have that option. Maybe the Royal Champion, maybe the Queen, or maybe he just lollows into it. Remember, 2 stars is what the Queen Walkers need. Sending the Queen and the Royal Champion in. He is not taking any chances here, Woody.
That's like putting on your coat for a cold day and then facing off against the flames. A Giga Bomb explodes right in the Queen's face, and she won't have much left to do against this base. Stars was hoping for 3, but now he'll be happy to grab the 2-star with a really late deploy here. Now we're almost halfway into this raid, and he is just getting his Lava Hounds down.
He is just studying where is best to come into the base. I'm not sure where he was going to deploy the Lava Hound, but he decides to come in nice and wide from the left. Also troops being deployed from the bottom. Look at the minions as well to just get the percent, get the 2-star, and clear this one up.
Loons are spread out, but a bit too thin for my liking. Stars is losing his hounds as a rain of Eagle artillery fire cracks through them, finishing off the pups almost just as quickly. Look at how many troops just died to that splash damage. The Eagle artillery MVP on defense, and Al-Mualim is holding his head high. Base building skills coming in for existence and denying the 3-star for Stars.
Just miscalculated on the wall wrecker, caused this attack to go south. Stars knew it was just the 2-star percentage, sent his balloons in so that all of the non-defensive buildings on the outside were then not protected for the minions to clear up. And Woody, he's actually into the 80% region here, which is incredible for having to adapt an attack like this.
Although he's going to have to take that calculator back to the store or trade it out for some new batteries, he is going to be pretty happy with the answer he sees on his screen. 2 stars and in a middling 80%. Queen Walkers will still hold a commanding 3-star lead over Existence with only 2 attacks left from his foes. There is virtually no way for them to come back without a big 1-star defense. Hard to expect that sort of thing from the Queen Walkers.
Stars opening up with quite a dicey attack for Queen Walkers, but they have so much going for them and they're so far in the lead right now, it doesn't really impact the outcome too much. Still sitting 3 stars ahead, 21 to 18 right now. The 84% 2-star doesn't really matter, but like you mentioned, Judo, an incredible recovery from having such a devastating opening by not getting the Town Hall initially, and then still recovering to get an 84%. What an incredible attack.
I need to take some lessons from Stars, that is for sure. Now, we haven't seen a lot of mistakes from the Queen Walkers throughout this entire weekend, so they basically want to get the mistakes out of the way now, so that when they move to the grand final, which is looking incredibly likely, they are on full form to meet alternate attacks. But Woody, you mentioned 1-stars happen, they just need to hold it together now.
I gotta hand it to the guys over at Existence. It is all smiles on their faces, though they are going down to the team from the Japanese squad right now. It looks like Existence as semi-finalists are still going to keep their best foot forward. Creason, who just picked up his first 3-star against the Queen Walkers, the MVP from the monthly format, is gonna keep going in hot with a quick strike at this Town Hall. Troops pop out and grab the 1st star early on in this raid, Judo.
Using the battle blimp to get these sneaky goblins in there, not taking any chances. Also loot the clan castle troops, which means the Archer Queen can hopefully take them down nice and quick.
Poison spell is out, and that will continue to slow and tick away at those CC troops. Super minions are great on defense, and they're actually going to take down a healer thanks to the help from that Archer Tower as well. Bit of a misplacement there from Creason might mean that this Archer Queen's going to have a bit more difficulty going deep into the base, but keep an eye on those key targets. There's still a scatter shot up, Barbarian King. Take a note also for that multi-target Inferno. Going to be difficult for those Hogs and Miners to be happy cruising through that if the Archer Queen can't get there first.
Maybe he will reinforce the left-hand side with the Royal Champion, just concentrating on the Queen Walk, beautifully sending her into that gap that you notice, and the Super Wall Breakers will get her right into the center. We keep talking about this with base building, Woody, but notice the dead area in the center. No air defense. There is clearly traps and Tesla. You can see them popping up now right in the center.
Lots of easy access, and Creason was perfectly prepared for that Seeking Airmine sent into Coco Loon, and it catches. Air sweepers are pushing at these healers, but they are not just going to get a boost to their healing rate, but also to their speed. They are staying on that queen like white on rice, and she is still healthy and strong. Firing away, she is forced to pop out that ability as the enemy queen takes an interest in her activities, but she will continue on to the top side, finishing off those 2 heroes and, dodging the multi-inferno. It's the main phase of the attack now underway, though, with the Eternal Tome to protect these Hogs and Miners. Big blast, though. A giant bomb goes off, and that's going to require additional healing to keep them on target.
Whoa! The Queen goes down. You see the red air bombs in the center now hitting the healers, which means Hogs and Miners will not have any more healing. All of the spells are down. Multi-Inferno is still on the left. This has turned in a knife edge, Woody.
Try nitrotoluene! The giant bombs exploding all the place, and these poor miners cannot compete. I see 5 giant bomb explosions. Add to that the bomb towers going off, and there was no chance for Kreeson to survive that level of explosive firepower. A 2-star in the low 80s is what he finishes off with.
And that is not what they needed either. I have to say, Existence have been so impressive throughout this tournament, but it does look like it is the Queen Walkers moving into the grand finals. They just need to hold it together, but look at their faces. Still very controlled. They are not getting too excited, holding their nerve together, which is exactly what they need to do.
Looks like Queen Walkers, maybe one of them to say a little quick prayer there to boost any chances he's got at continuing on in the next floor. We're going to take a quick look back at the replay now as you see this Archer Queen doing her best to stay alive. A freeze drop to try to shut down those defenses, but it was too little too late. Having lost one of his healers early on to that Archer tower, he just didn't have the throughput to keep her up.
Now, I'm just looking at the scoreboard again, Woody. I'm fixated on that. But I think if the Queen Walkers were to get a high percentage 2-star in the next attack, Existence probably couldn't come back because they'd be 3-star ahead and they'd also have a good percentage lead.
Well, we saw 28 stars from AT in attack, so that is the standard set by our first grand finalist squad. The Queen Walkers are queued up for their next maneuver in, and it's going to be Klaus, none other than their MVP. All stars hanging high above his head and ready to grab another triple. It's going to be a Laloon strike this time around.
He has used this strategy throughout the weekend and 3-starred with every single attack. The master of the lava loon. So let's check this one out as the lightning spells takes down the royal champion and Inferno Tower, and a quick start to this attack.
He grabs a few more buildings on the outside. Additional funneling done by Klaus is just good for some simple setup. Taking a look at the base now, we've still got a single and a multi-target Inferno deep within, protected by heroes and an Eagle artillery to form a triangle of death. Only the Bermuda Triangle's more deadly.
Well, Klaus must have wanted to show 2 alternate attacks. We can charge into the base with the Wall Wrecker as well and finish off the Lava Loon. This is very similar to the 3-star attack you've seen from Boom, closing out their victory. Wall Wrecker gets to the Town Hall. Is it just Ice Golems in there to protect the Queen? It looks like it. No sneaky goblins, so he's relying on his King and Queen getting that, and hopefully a little bit further as well.
Puts those defenses on ice and gets great timing from those 2 Ice Golems, popping one after another, preventing those defenses from firing away. But the same could be said for Metro on defense. The Clan Castle troops are really slowing things down here. That Lava Hound popped, and the pups are taking a long time to go down. Archer Queen finally pops through and finishes off another Expo, but look at that, the Tornado Trap down is more good news for Klaus, as those balloons, I've only got 2 haste spells to make it through this backside, Judah.
Yeah, very good news, because the King was virtually down, so it didn't do any damage. These scatter shots should go down momentarily. Nice quick deployment of the loons on the left-hand side. It does look good, but with the sweeper still alive in the center, that could be the difference maker. Spells have to be used perfectly here, Woody.
Oh, fantastic Eternal Tome. That book is gonna be worth so much for Klaus. Those holy words of protection, keeping those balloons high and above the rain battle below. A minute for cleanup, but I'm almost confident that he has got this. These balloons are taking a lot of damage from the scatter shot, but as they path on over, the last freeze will protect them. Poor our Lava Hound is gonna pop, but with his death, he fathers so many pups that this cleanup is gonna happen even faster now. Another 3-star for Klaus, and the Queen Walker's MVP will hold his title.
The creativity, the base recognition. He knew there were traps in the center. Used the heal spell in order to keep the balloons alive. It's not only a 3-star, it puts the Queen Walkers out of reach and moves them into the grand finals. They got knocked out last year in the quarter-final stage of the grand final, and they move through the semis to the finals today. Wow, they have taken it with an attack to spare, Banks.
It was like watching a master at work just there. Klaus managing to secure a triple in style with so many loons still up. Yes, like you've already mentioned, Judo, Existence now cannot catch up to Queen Walkers, which means we will have a Queen Walkers and Alternate Attacks World Final for the 2020 Clash of Clans World Championships. We're still going to play this one out, though. We have one more attack from Rigo Torres and Yuta14, the two team captains.
Take one more quick look at the replay and watch the devastation unfold. Balloons crashing down and cleaning up claim the last victory necessary for the Queen Walkers. But just like you said, Banks, we have got one more attack left in the chamber. Existence have got one more thing left to say before this is all over, and it reminds me of the words of Ishmael. Towards thee I roll, thou all-destroying but unconquering whale. To thee last I grapple with thee. From hell's heart I stab at thee. For hate's sake I spit my last breath at thee. Sink all coffins and all hearses to one common pool. And since neither can be mine, let me then tow to pieces while still chasing thee. Though tied to thee, thou damned whale, I give up the spear. Rigo Torres, he is here.
I will echo everything that you just said, Woody. Rigo Torres, the team captain, coming in to try and get a 3-star for Existence. They should go home with their heads held high. They have shown us such incredible Clash of Clans throughout this weekend and throughout this year, and they are such a humbling, friendly team. I really take my hat off to them, and I hope that Rigo Torres can get the 3-star in this attack.
A content creator of his own, keep an eye out for Rigo Torres, because you've got a lot more to learn from this Clash master. A semi-finalist at the World Championship, this $1 million prize pool event has been an incredible draw to teams from around the world. Existence, newly formed and pulling on veteran players from last year's Worlds, will be proud to find their placement now here, etched into the history books. Rigo Torres' strike with the Archer Queen falls a bit flat early on. He's got a lot of work left to do on that top side before he can grab his first star, Judo.
He has a nice path set up into that top area and to the town hall. I think the battle blimp is going to be his method of choice. Maybe he can send a couple of trailing balloons as well, just to snipe the multi-target Inferno as we go. But let's see what he decides to do. With the Tesla down, going to swap to the Stone Slammer. Probably send that in once he's a little bit further into the base.
DC pull out, sees a ton of goblins greedy and looking for gold. There's none on this map except for maybe what the Barbarian Kings brought with him. That champion skin looking strong, but Rigo Torres is got a long way left to go. Stone Slammer moving in, targets onto defenses and finds another crack at this scatter shot. He looks a bit confused though now, dropping his last poison spell to get the final pull of the troops coming on out. But here comes in the main attack. Lava Hounds are protecting loons. That town hall is standing firm in the background. Can they make it all the way there, Judo?
High risk again, going to the town hall at the end. Rigo Torres looking for revenge for his teammate, and I think he has got it. There are so many balloons here. Charging to the town hall, still has the Grand Warden's ability. There goes the freeze. Rigo Torres smashing things down for a 3-star. Existence going to go away from this one strong. Beautiful attack, Woody.
Though his team was sent back, Rigo Torres shares one last Klingon proverb. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, prepare to die. Sending in his last wave of troops, Rigo Torres grabs a 3-star off the back of Gaku, demolishing this final base and setting the total star score for Existence at 23, 91.4% average destruction from our Spanish squad.
Queen Walkers have moved to the final, but they still have one final attack for us. It will be Captain Yuda14. Always likes to finish things off for the Queen Walkers. He will know that alternate attacks moved through to the finals earlier on today with a 28-23 star victory over the Tang. Queen Walkers will want to get a 3-star to push their star count to 27 and really make this a epic final, which it will be, but making sure alternate attacks know that the Queen Walkers are ready.
Our undefeated team in the first semi-final, alternate attacks, moves on. But the same can be said from Group B. Queen Walkers have yet to lose a single war in this month, and they will be baring their teeth against their next foes. We are going to have an undefeated v undefeated World Grand Finals, Judo!
Exactly what we expected, and I mentioned earlier on in the stream, I'm going to say it again if anybody missed it, alternate attacks and the Queen Walkers had the highest 3-star hit rates throughout our monthly qualifiers. They have kept the consistency to be the grand finalists, but here we are, Yuda14, Queen Charge Lava Loon it is, Woody.
It takes a king to kill a king. Principalities and dominions bend the knee before Yuda14. The Queen Walkers displaying their royalty. Purple robes surrounding them as they march through this last victory lap over existence. Rigo Torres' defenses at the ready, but Yuda14's Queen Charge in the top corner is ready to get some healer support. She's in this for a marathon dive, Judo.
Easily takes down the Eagle with the Yeti, sets up the pathing for the Queen Charge to dive in. She will take down the Royal Champion, loses out on a healer, but I don't think Yuda14 is too worried about that. The funnel getting set with the Barbarian King to the right-hand side, and he is looking to charge the Queen to the center. The Headhunter actually set off the Tornado Trap in the middle, Woody. Beautiful.
More fantastic news for Yuda14 as he kills a scatter shot before any of those CC troops can draw near. A couple of headhunters pop out with a super minion, and then that could be danger for Yuda14. Quick drop of the poison spell at another range. He gets her back up, but is forced to use the ability. Bad news on the early stab, but he'll keep going strong. A couple of lava hounds, but only 17 balloons for cleanup. With 2 healers now lost, he needs to deal maximum damage. Archer Queen going in deep for a shot at that multi-target Inferno, but she's a bit distracted first, Judo.
How crucial will that be? He is into the center of the base where the multi is dangerous. We keep talking about the gaps around the center being trapped as well. No air defense in there, and you always want to make sure your red air bombs are not in the path of a lava hound, which will go to an air defense. Archer Queen cannot get the enemy queen though, Woody. That's huge.
He just can't hang, Judo. Forced to pop that Archer Queen ability earlier on, she faced off against another royal duo and was demolished. King and Queen stand tall in the middle of this base for Rigo Torres, holding on the best they can to defenses. Lava hounds flying over, and these balloons are well protected on the outside, but on the inside, it's a totally different story. Pop, 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 they are going down, and Archer Queen, cocked and reloaded, fires away. These defenses are holding today.
The Archer Queen is taking down the balloons, but Yuda14 can still celebrate. Millions of clans entered the World Championships earlier this year, and we are down to the final 2. Alternate attacks, Queen Walkers, who will be your world champion and take home the lion's share of the $1 million prize pool? We will find out. Yuda14 might not get the 3-star here, but they are moving to the final with their eyes on the prize banks.
A 90% 2-star from Queen Walkers to close out this best of 2, and Existence will be going home. We now have both of our Clash of Clans